Hello and welcome to the video recording of our 2018 Fall Preseason Training. I'm so grateful to have this opportunity to have recorded this presentation and offer it to those of you who are unable to be with us in person. And I'm Jen, the Chief Visionary and owner of Event Medical Group. You may get some information from me via email or text one day, and I just wanted to introduce myself. So, first off, welcome. Welcome to those of you who are new, welcome veterans, welcome everybody, welcome to the group, to the team. I'm so excited to have you here. Event Medical Group started a little over 5 years ago with just a small group of us who were doing per diem work on the side, and we needed to make a company out of it. So the reason I'm sharing this with you is to know that how we started was kind of special because of this group, this core group that we had. And me as owner is no more special than you are. I started the company because my mom told me how to do it, and I did it. I put my name on it. So, welcome, and I'm excited for you all to be part of this group, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. So, first, I want to share with you a little bit about who we are, what we're up to, where we're headed. And let me just read to you. So, we have our vision, our mission, and logistics. And I just want to read to you what we've been working on the past few years and where we're headed. So, at Event Medical Group, we believe in being pioneers and innovators. We believe in forging the path. We believe in generating connection and community. We are the premier provider for quality medical coverage for both athletic and non athletic events. We continuously upgrade and elevate ourselves as well as the profession of athletic training. We promote athlete wellness and sports safety. We make the difference. So that's just a little bit about our vision, the big picture, where we're headed, how we operate, because all of this is infused in everything we do. And part of that is who we are as individuals and who we are as we come together as a group. So, who we are professionals. We are collaborative. We are dedicated. We are innovative. And we are exceptional. So I'm going to take a few moments of your time to unpack each of these, and it may give you a insight into how we operate, how we show up, how we be as Event Medical Group. So all Event Medical Group athletic trainers are professional. This means every time we show up on shift, we are wearing our Event Medical Group gear. That shows professionalism because as we try to build and grow, it's important that when we show up, whether it's you or it's me, and people recognize our logo, they know what they're getting. They know that when one of our athletic trainers come, they're getting someone super professional, knowledgeable, experienced, dedicated. And so we always wear our Event Medical Group gear at every shift. We always strive, I will use, to be available and ready to work most Saturdays. And you'll see why. I mean, most of this whole company operates only on Saturdays at this point in time. And while I'd like to request that everybody's available all Saturdays, that's unrealistic, and we all know that. So we work as a team, and we strive to be available most Saturdays. When we come on shift, we introduce ourselves to referees, to coaches, to presidents, board members, any person in the organization or organizing the event that we're covering, we want to make sure that people see us, that they know that we're there, they know where we're going to be. We may ask them, "Where do you want me to set up?" We may tell them, "I'm going to set up over here in between these two fields, and this is where you can find me." We stand out. Clients need to know where we are, and they need to know that we are present. And in that way, they feel like we are covered. They're covered. They feel more safe. They feel like we're part of their event, and that we're doing what they're paying us to do. So, one thing that's come up for this particular season is that there's not a lot of consistency across the board in evaluations and decision making. So instead of doing trainings where we'll say, "This is how you have to do an evaluation and this is your decision making process," what I want to offer is this: we will explain and educate what we see, why we make the decisions we're making, what we're thinking, what is the possibilities, what could be options for continuum of care. And in this way, by explaining it, there might be a complaint that one person does a very extensive evaluation for a concussion, and one person asks a few questions, and they come up with different conclusions, and which is better. Well, I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to say that if you explain what you see, "Hey, I saw these symptoms. This is what I found in my evaluation, and I'm making this decision that this athlete is out because XYZ." We explain, we educate. They don't know, they don't have our background. So the more we can take that opportunity to be teachers and leaders, I think the more consistency they'll feel across the board. And so please take time after your evaluation to explain to coaches, parents, even the athletes themselves what you see, why you're making that decision, what the possible next steps are. Hands down, Event Medical Group, we act with utmost professionalism in everything we do. So, also, Event Medical Group is collaborative. We're a team-based company, which means this: we work for each other and with each other. Everything we do, we strive to better this company. We do it for the company. We do it for each other, for our team. Each one of us represents all of us. And in this way, we make everyone feel valued and heard in communications with each other, but also everybody we interact with. We want to make sure that everybody feels valued and heard. They matter. These are human beings. We are working in the healthcare industry. We're providing a service, and we get the opportunity to make everybody we come into contact with feel valued, feel important, feel heard, and understood. We work together to make sure every shift is covered, and this is vital for me personally because having a shift go uncovered means jeopardizing that contract. So we work as a team. If something happens, we try and come together and get shifts covered. Sometimes, we offer to split shifts. And if you haven't seen this in action, you will. And it's just amazing how everybody can come together to not put it on just one person. We're a team-based approach. We work for each other. Included in this is that we speak straight. Now, I'm just going to be honest here, and I don't have the communication tools to sugarcoat things or to overly explain and make sure feelings aren't hurt. I speak straight. And this has just come from my background, my training, what I've learned, how I've learned to operate. And so I'd like to offer this to you, the opportunity to speak straight, get to the point, be assertive, be quick, simple, concise, and tell me what you need. Tell me how I can best support you, and I will do the same with you. Finally, we work with solutions. So, as a team, when an issue arises, we come together to focus on solutions, not to make the issue more complicated or bigger. So, this will go, you'll see, with shifts, this will go with contracts, with anything that comes up, we work with solutions. So, make sure that if you do have an issue, maybe propose a solution that you've come up with, and we'll come back with other solutions. And this is how we collaborate to get things solved and to make sure that we operate in a smooth way. At Event Medical Group, we are super dedicated. So, this means that we're focused on both the vision and the task at hand. So, we see the big picture and the small details. We're able to infuse that vision into all of the tasks we do and how we operate. And this includes, how we show up, how we are on the sidelines. We pay attention, we're present, we're not on our phones, we're not reading books, we're not, not in our chair or where we said we were going to be. We're there. We're watching, we're attentive, from the little tiny scouts on the football game to the men's rugby team. We are always doing the same thing: present, alert, watching, and available. So, as being dedicated, it means we make our shifts a priority. We make this company a priority because what we're up to is something special, and it needs that. It needs to be a priority. And this might not be a full time job, and still it's a legitimate job. So every shift that we are assigned, we make sure that we are available for it. If something should happen and we're not available for our shift, or an emergency comes up, we make sure to find our own coverage because we're dedicated to that shift, that opportunity to work, and we do the legwork to find our own coverage. And that way, like, for you to find your own coverage takes pressure off of me, off of Rachel, so that we don't have to spend the time to find your coverage, and we can put our energy into other things like getting more contracts. And you'll be amazed if you haven't seen it, and I've said this before, how we work together to get all these shifts covered. So it's really something special, but just know from now on, I guess, when you can't get your shift covered, it's your responsibility. It's not my responsibility, it's not Rachel's. You get to find your own coverage. We act with integrity. So my definition of integrity, what I've learned, is that I do what I say I'm going to do by when I said I was going to do it. And if I can't, I am in early communication about that. So, what this means to me is that if I schedule some time to meet with you, and I create space on my schedule for you, and you create space on your schedule for me, and something comes up where I can't make it, then I'm going to let you know, listen, I can't make it, I'm going to need to reschedule, as soon as I know that I can't make it. And we will reschedule that commitment. So I'm committed to you. I expect you to be committed to me. And I expect that you're going to do what you said you were going to do by when you said you were going to do it. This includes putting in your availability in the schedule. This includes turning your invoices in on time. This includes showing up early or on time to your shift. This includes being ready to work when we have work. There's all these little tiny things, and when they happen, everything tends to run smoothly. So just know that. Um, I love this word. I love being about new, bold things, innovative. I love being creative. I love being part of something like this. EMG is just innovative. It just is. I mean, think about it. In everything we do, we are creating new opportunities. So, yeah, that means new opportunities to work, to make money, to spread the word about athletic training. But it also means new opportunities for training, for bettering ourselves, to becoming the best professional we can be. And this also means like educating the community, the people in the general population. This means spreading information that we know, let's say lightning safety, to people who don't know. And in that way, like, it's just for me very exciting to be part of something so creative, so cutting edge, so new, so bold, because we don't have a roadmap for how we do this. We are always figuring it out on the way. And being part of something so bold and so new, that means we get the opportunity to do it however works best for us. And as a team, we come up with this. And also know that because we're so new, we're so cutting edge, that all of our ideas are valid. All of our opinions are valid. And when we have opinions and ideas, everyone listens to and supports us because who else knows? Who knows best how to do this? Now, I want you to know, for me personally, if you have an idea for us, I will always listen to you. It will always be important to me, and at the same time, might not get implemented right away because sometimes we're busy and sometimes it's just not the right time to change something up. And just know that because each one of us has a tendency or a hobby or an interest in something other than athletic training. And together, when we come together and share those things, then, now we have a blog that everybody wants to read because this person who loves to write gets to share what they love. And we have, athletic yoga because this person loves yoga. And all of these things we can come together to make the best company with the best model that others will be trying to model after for years to come. So the last thing is rather exciting, but we are exceptional. We are exceptional in everything we do. So I want you to just take a second and think about this. If you were the owner of the company, if you were the owner of Event Medical Group, how would you want us to operate? How would you want us to show up? How would you want us to be on the sideline? Each one of us represents all of us. So when they see our logo, when they see our athletic trainers, what do we want them to think? What do we want them to know about us? What do we want them to assume based on the fact that this red polo just showed up, and it doesn't matter if it's me or if it's you? What do we want them to expect from us? Excellence. And, you know, if it was your face, your name, your reputation on the line, how would you want us to be? So just think about that for a second. You don't have to answer. So here's some logistics, some details on how it works to be part of Event Medical Group. And what I'm going to say right here is that I'm going to breeze through some details in this tutorial because there's other mini tutorials to go through the details of all of these things. So first, how does it work? Let's go through our contracts for 2018 fall. We have Ute Conference football, which will run every Saturday and only Saturdays from August 18th to November 3rd. We will also have Utah Youth Rugby High School Sevens, which is 7-on-7 for 7-minute halves. and these are tournament style. So there'll be 4 of these tournaments throughout September and October, and 1 pink sevens, which is girls and women sevens tournament sometime in October. In addition, this year we have Rugby Utah Men's Premier Division. This will be 15s, these are adult males, and that will begin and run every Saturday between August 11th and October 27th. So I'm just gonna say again, we operate on Saturdays. So that means that there's work, plenty of work to go around every Saturday from August 3rd, essentially, till November 3rd. So in planning out your fall, just know that there is work, plenty of work. There will be some dates to come out through announcements where I want to make sure everybody's available. The only one I know for sure right now is October 27th. Is the last Saturday in October, and we're going to need as many people available as possible because it's very possible we'll need about 32 to 35 athletic trainers that day. Um, Moving on, how does it work? Well, speaking of scheduling and availability, all of our scheduling and communications are done through an app called Sling. So, this is both a desktop app that you can log into on your web browser and also a phone app. The phone app is free for both iPhone and Android users. Um, you need an invitation to log in, so you can download the app at any time, and you could, but you shouldn't log in until you get the invite from us. We're not going to go into the details on how to go through Sling because there is a tutorial for this available online and step-by-step instructions. So here's my favorite part. In the off season, I have sat and learned how to write code for our website and created a private portal for all of our employees. So it's called the Athletic Trainer Portal, and you can't access it through the menu. You'll need a link, and we'll have tutorials on how to set that up, how to log in, how to navigate through. So I'm just going to share with you the first thing you need to do is to turn in your paperwork. And so this is for veterans. Even if you've turned in your paperwork, you need to redo it for this to set up your profile. It won't work if you don't do this. So just do this. We'll have a little instructional video. It's like 6 minutes long how to do this. And then once you submit your paperwork, you can log into the portal. So these 2 things are brand new. Like I said, you cannot access these websites. You have to type them into your browser via the menu. You need to do it in order to set it up, and there will be tutorials will be available forever under the portal. But additionally, until everybody's up on the portal, the tutorials will be on this also private website, eventmedicalgroup.com/tutorials. So we're just going to make mini videos, how to turn in your paperwork and set up your profile, how to navigate through. We'll have one for reporting injuries via the portal, one for reporting injuries via Ute Conference. Just have a look when you get a chance. So I have 2 more things before we close. One is social media. We have social media for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. So you can go on LinkedIn and say you work here, and Snapchat. And we've had them for a while, and what I want from you now is to continue to take pictures and post with our hashtags so that we can repost your stuff. Continue to follow or like our pages and profiles. But now I'm going to add something else. I'd like you to share our posts, comment on them, more than just like. And the reason for this is the social media algorithms. In order to get a wider reach, we need people to share like, comment, engage with our pages and profiles. So the way to do that is to share our posts, to comment, hey, awesome, no big deal, like nothing too big. Like it, invite your friends to like our pages and profiles. And in that way, then we can get a wider reach. And the reason we want a wider reach is not for advertising, but so that we can begin to educate the general public. So, outside of athletic trainers, we want to make little videos or infographics or write articles about athlete wellness, hydration and heat illness, lightning safety, you know, best ways to recuperate from an acute ankle sprain, or great information for preventing ACL injuries. You know, like all of this stuff that we know because it's shared through athletic trainer profession, we want to start sharing with the general public, and we need a wider reach. So I'm just going to say it one more time: share our posts, repost, retweet, engage with the post, comment, like, share it, like all of that. 30 seconds, done. And invite your friends, your family, your people to like our pages, like our profiles. Okay, done. Last thing is leadership. So, true, we are all independent contractors that work with Event Medical Group. So, essentially, we are all independent entities. And what that means is we're all leaders. So, whether it's within Event Medical Group, within athletic training, or completely outside, like in your family, your groups, any other career opportunity you take, we're all leaders. And so, this is an excerpt from the book Winning by Jack Welch, and this is called What Leaders Do. Leaders relentlessly upgrade their team, using every opportunity to evaluate, coach, and build self confidence. Leaders make sure people not only see the vision, but they live it and breathe it. Leaders get into everyone's skin to exude positive energy and optimism. Leaders establish trust with candor, transparency, and credit. Leaders have the courage to make unpopular decisions and gut calls. Leaders probe and push with a curiosity that borders on skepticism. Leaders inspire risk taking and learning by setting the example. And leaders celebrate. So, thank you very much for watching. This is the time I would normally ask, are there any questions? And if you do have any questions or something you're unsure of, please reach out to myself. My email address is here. You can shoot me a text. Rachel, you can email her and ask her any question. And I'm just so, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, look for other tutorials for Sling, for the portal, for taking athletes out. And I can't wait to have this phenomenal 2018 fall season. Thank you so much for being a part of, and we'll see you soon.